For those unfamiliar with wrestling terminology, a pop refers to a cheer from the audience. In wrestling, the aim is to achieve the biggest pops possible. This is why the narrative side of wrestling, with its good versus evil storylines, is so crucial. It helps to create those single feel-good bursts of noise that keep fans coming back for more. Without further ado, here are the top 10 moments that had the WWE Universe absolutely roaring. Number 10. The Rock returns. The September 15, 2023 episode of WWE SmackDown kicked off, and the energy in the arena was palpable. The crowd erupted in cheers as Pat McAfee, another beloved figure, made his return in the opening segment. And then, in a moment that sent shockwaves through the WWE Universe, The Rock's iconic theme music blared through the speakers. The crowd erupted in a deafening roar, their enjoyment finally reaching its peak. As The Rock emerged from backstage, the crowd's reaction was nothing short of euphoric. The energy in the arena was electric, as fans young and old jumped to their feet, their eyes fixed on the Brahma Bull. It was a moment that transcended time, as if the past, present, and future of professional wrestling had converged in that very instant. The Rock's return on that September night drew the fourth highest quarter-hour rating of 2023, again a testament to his enduring popularity and the excitement surrounding his comeback. The WWE Universe had eagerly awaited this moment, and they were rewarded with a spectacle that exceeded all expectations. Number 9. The Backlash of the Rattlesnake. Speaking of The Rock during his absence from the ring, which lasted nearly 6 months starting from the previous Survivor Series, The Rock had missed a lot of action. Upon his return, he found that Triple H had taken over the company, and The Rock stood as the only obstacle in his path to WrestleMania. In an epic showdown, with Shane McMahon as the special guest referee and Linda McMahon supporting The Rock, he faced off against Triple H. However, Stone Cold Steve Austin, who was supposed to be in The Rock's corner, did not show up at the pay-per-view, much to the disappointment of the crowd. As the match continued, the crowd grew increasingly restless watching The Rock get beaten up. Suddenly, the glass shattered, and the crowd erupted as Austin appeared and wreaked havoc on everyone in his path. The excitement reached a fever pitch as Austin delivered a decisive blow, allowing The Rock to deliver the People's Elbow and claim the championship. Number 8. A phenomenal debut. The WWE had something special planned for AJ Styles' grand debut at the Royal Rumble match 2016. Strange music played as the camera panned on the Titantron with the words "I am" appearing, followed by "phenomenal." The crowd went wild, but for those watching at home, the camera lingered on Roman Reigns' face for a while. Despite this, the cheers were undeniable as AJ Styles made a memorable entrance into the WWE. Number 7. The Game is Back. In May of 2001, Triple H suffered a quad injury that kept him out of wrestling for the rest of the year. Despite finishing the match, he was sidelined from the sport. At the time, he was one of the company's biggest heels. However, absence made fans' hearts grow fonder. When he returned in 2002 at Madison Square Garden, the ovation he received from the crowd was described by Triple H himself as overwhelming. In terms of a superstar returning to the ring, it was one of the biggest ovations of all time. Number 6. That Kick Out. There's nothing like a close near fall to get the adrenaline pumping for a wrestler. The ability to appear defeated before thrusting your shoulder off the mat at the last possible moment is an incredible skill. And there's no better place for a really good near fall than WrestleMania. Perhaps the most memorable of all time was during the Hell in a Cell match at WrestleMania 28, when The Undertaker's legendary streak was in jeopardy. After special referee Shawn Michaels delivered sweet chin music to the Deadman, Triple H followed up with a pedigree and went for the pin. The stadium erupted when The Undertaker lifted his shoulder at the last possible moment, leaving the fans and HBK in utter disbelief. Number 5. Dolph Ziggler's Money in the Bank cash-in. The Monday Night Raw following WrestleMania is a highly anticipated event. Known for its energetic and passionate audience, the show often features a surprising twist to thrill the crowd. The Raw following WrestleMania 29 was no exception. Dolph Ziggler stunned the audience by cashing in his Money in the Bank briefcase, which had been a topic of speculation for months. This proved to be the biggest moment of his career. The crowd was taken aback, and their reaction was priceless. The events that led up to this unforgettable moment began with a match between then-champion Alberto Del Rio and Jack Swagger. Del Rio had won the match but was nursing a leg injury in the corner of the ring when Ziggler's music began to play, resulting in a remarkable shift in the atmosphere. What happened over the next 5 minutes was amongst some of the most exciting action Raw has ever witnessed. Number 4. Cena gets punked. CM Punk's hometown fans in Chicago adore him, and for good reason. In 2011, he gained massive public attention after delivering his famous pipe bomb speech at Money in the Bank. When it was time for his match against John Cena for the WWE title, he walked into the All-State Arena not as a hero, but as a god. The crowd's cheer when his music hit was already incredible, but when he pinned Big John, the roof of the arena was practically ripped off. It was an unbelievable moment that no one thought would happen, especially given Punk's contract status with WWE. Number 3. Linda McMahon rises. In the months leading up to WrestleMania 17, Vince McMahon's storyline was nothing short of cringeworthy. He portrayed a character who drugged his wife and paraded around with younger women. Vince was a complicated character, with both good and bad traits, but mostly bad. This led to a match between Vince and his son Shane, which, on paper, sounded terrible. However, it turned out to be one of the most absurdly entertaining moments in wrestling history. Vince even propped up his wife so she could watch him beat their son. However, Linda wasn't sedated that day, and when she rose from her chair to kick Vince where it hurts the most, the crowd went wild with cheers. To get a crowd to pop just by standing up is incredible. Number 2. Edge returns. The anticipation was palpable as the countdown began, signaling the arrival of the next surprise entrant at the 2020 Royal Rumble. The crowd erupted in a frenzy of cheers and excitement, their eyes fixed on the entrance ramp. And then, in a moment that sent shockwaves through the arena, the familiar guitar riff of Metalingus blared through the speakers. The atmosphere reached a fever pitch as the rated R superstar, Edge, emerged from the backstage area. It had been nearly 9 years since his forced retirement due to a career-threatening neck injury, and the WWE Universe had longed for his return ever since. The emotional roller coaster of his departure had left a void that seemed impossible to fill. But there he stood, a beacon of hope and resilience, ready to reclaim his rightful place in the squared circle. The crowd's reaction was deafening, a thunderous roar that echoed throughout the arena. It was a testament to the impact Edge had made during his illustrious career, and the connection he had forged with the fans. Number 1. The legendary pop that rocked the WWE world. On January 3, 1999, Mankind faced off against The Rock for the WWF title. Despite months of being treated like the black sheep of the company, Mankind persevered through a match where the odds were stacked against him. However, when Steve Austin's glass broke and he came down to Mankind's aid, the crowd erupted in the loudest pop ever heard in the WWE building. This pop continued to build and build until it reached its peak when Foley covered The Rock, thus becoming the new champ. This moment will forever be etched in WWE history as an unforgettable classic. Did we miss any moments you think should have made the list? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and thanks for watching German Suplex.